Hey, how we doing? My name is Maurice Marshall, and I wanted to take the time as a foundational Black American to talk about reparations, uh, a very important subject and a very important tangible in my community that we need. Um, there's a few things I wanted to mention when it comes to reparations. Um, and as you see, Juneteenth, you know what I mean, Juneteenth. Uh, Arreta most importantly, Arreta our foundational Black American holiday, Arreta. Um, I will have my foundational Black American shirt, which I take much pride in. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. Um, I get, I ordered one shirt. It was a good. It was $25 shirt. Real nice shirt. Beautiful shirt. A beautiful representation of our lineage. So and it was misplaced by someone else, and so I'm a little angry about that. So I do got a Juneteenth shirt on, even though our Retrocese holiday is more important to me. Or they both is equally important. Which they're both black, represent black, but a Retrocese is something that our grassroots can take control of. We could take control of Juneteenth, but it was gonna be some sit down that come with that. But let's get to reparations. I'm 34 years old, by the way, so I've only voted one time, and I gave Barack Obama the benefit of the doubt. Um, and I wasn't so happy with Barack Obama. I don't see what he did for our community, so I'm not gonna act like he was there for us or that he did something super incredible for us because I don't see it. I didn't see it. I don't see it. I never felt it. Anything like that. I'm not here to bash, but I'm here to tell the truth. Reparations are essential, are important for in my lifetime. So my son will be fine. It's money that's already earned. It's already owed to us, foundational Black Americans specifically only. Foundational Black Americans only. I don't have one immigrant in my family. Um, Not one. We all were born and raised in America. We spent our whole lives here, and the legacy and the wealth that our family built for this country cost. That cost. And we did it on this land. It's not like we did it on this land. And that's the difference. That's the difference. Other black folks might have claims in other countries, but this United States of America is only for foundational Black Americans. So first and foremost, it is a debt owed. It's not a handout. What is the handout is slavery itself. Our family, you know, building America, the white folks benefited off of it, the Homestead Act, and they went and got all their people from Europe and whatnot, and then brought them over here. So even white people are immigrants in my book, and probably in most foundational Black Americans' books, we look at white folks as immigrants also. Um, what they did was take over the power. So we're here to say you basically gonna have to you can cut that power in half right now, or it's only going to get worse if the longer they take with our money. We're standing on this square. We're not backing off, not one bit, not whatsoever. Um, and we all must be on one page. We all must be strong-minded. We need strong-minded black men and black women speaking on this. One that's rooted and grounded, and that represents FBA 100%, and what's for the well-being of our community. For the physical, emotional, and mental well-being of our community, the things that were stripped from us, what we were deprived of. We want that back. We want our money back, and what they took from us, we want it back. We want our money. That's our capital. What they're running with is mainly our capital. Um, so yes, reparations is essential and it's a must. We're not going to back up off that square. And I feel like we should get it before we elect anybody else. Listen, we are at a win lose or lose lose. We're at both. I'd rather, if we can't get our money, I'd rather everybody take a chance and see where the chips fall. I'd rather everybody take a chance and we'll just see where the chips fall. Or this democratic structure can do what they was supposed to do a long time ago and pay us our reparations immediately, as soon as they can, because we really don't have 2 years, 3 years to wait. Black people, we got homeless black people all over the nation. We don't have time to wait. We actually need them to hurry up and get it done as quick as possible, because now our young folks are getting impatient too. And I'm 34. I'm part of the voting block. They consider me young, and I'm not voting unless our family is paid our money. Simple, point blank, period. If they can't pay us our money, then let the chips fall where they lie. You know, because at this point, fear is not an option. You know, it's just not. Fear is not an option for us. Us as foundational Black Americans, we got to go for the gusto. We got to go for the juggler. We got to make this happen. You know, we got to make this happen. We got to do it selfishly. We can't be worried about what everybody got to say about reparations. Who cares? Who can stop it? See, the Democrats. See, this is the thing we got to understand. Also, we got leverage over this Democratic Party. We don't need them to care about us. We need them to pay us. Let's make that clear. We don't need them to care about us. We can care about ourselves. We can take care of ourselves. We need them to pay us our money. We don't need them to care. We don't need them to love us. We don't need none of that shit. Only thing we need is our money. And we telling them a good start is what San Francisco got going on. See, we want what San Francisco is offering. That's the highest bidder. So we're going to go with the highest bid because we deserve the highest bidder. We don't want California's cool, California state cool, 6 figures cool, but 5 million in a lump sum payment. 5 million is better. $1 down for a house that we should already have is better. 97,000 a year for 250 years because you can't put a price on it. So instead, you cut us an annual pay every year. That's better. That must be beaten. If it can't be beaten in a nick of time, then we're running with the highest bidder to start. That's the starting point. There's no reason I should be clocked. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with going to work right now. But if I would have inherited what my family did a long time ago, I wouldn't even be in there. So we're at the point, Black people, we're going to have no choice but to get our money. Foundational Black Americans. Foundational Black Americans. We talking about families that doesn't have no immigrants in their family, not one. My family, all right, you could and you could look at, and here's another thing you can do. You can look at birth certificates, social security card, social security numbers. Maybe I'm not too sure. But there's things that distinct us from Africans. For instance, my last name Marshall, my mother last name Dent, her husband last name Smith. These are slave owner last names. So that's from America, basically. Jackson, Jones, Johnson. They are more likely descendants of slaves versus a immigrant that's from Africa that come name his, that make his first name American and then his last name wherever he from, or wherever his family immigrated from. He taking the last name of where he from, but his first name American. Boom, he's a descendant of immigrants. And me, Dewan, Maurice, Marshall Jr., all American. So it's easy to distinguish. It's not as hard as people making it seem. They want to make it seem hard because they don't want us to get that bag. But you can't deny when a debt is owed. If you owe Look how we just did with the rent when Joe Biden, as soon as that rent, what's that, when Joe Biden was holding off the rent on people, as soon as it was up, they was kicking people out left and right because they had a debt. And speaking of debt, also in that reparations package in San Francisco, it's saying debt free or wipe your debts clean. Yes, we deserve all that because America has systemically put us in just about every situation that we're in America. So therefore, this is a call on the Democrats. This is what we want. If you cannot top San Francisco's reparation plan, then that must be the one we run with. But you might as well take that one because 5 million, we're not going lower than that. So you're going to have to go higher. Or you can take this San Fran model, implement it, get it across the nation as fast as you can, and then you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if we are going through the same thing, the closer you get to these elections, you're going to hear about it. You're going to feel it. You're going to see it. We're no longer going to just blindly, we never was, but we're saying our generations, they blindly voted for y'all just because they were afraid of Republicans. I'm not afraid of a damn Republican. Actually, I'm willing to do to a Republican what they willing to do to me. Nobody is, listen, fear is gone. The fear is gone. Foundational Black Americans must get reparations. It's essential, it's important, and it's crucial. Foundational Black Americans. Foundational means, in my book, from the soil, from the ground, and build up. That's a foundation from the base. Our family built America. America is our land. And and we haven't been compensated for that hard work, that hard labor that made America what it is today, as it currently stands today. A very, 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 very wealthy land. So what happens now is the Democrats got one or two choices. They can cut us our motherfucking check that we're not bullshitting about. We're not bullshitting about our money, not one bit. We're not bullshitting. I don't give a fuck if they go get people from Africa. I don't give a fuck if they go get leaders from Africa. I don't give a fuck if they go get leaders from wherever motherfucking other black places that's not America. I don't even give a fuck to study about how many other black places there is in the universe. All I give a fuck about what's going on in the United States with my black people that I'm from, the lineage I'm from, foundational Black American lineage. That's where I'm from, 100%. 100%. See, and foundational Black Americans, we got a certain look. We're milk, chocolate rich, good coil-haired motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? The African is, and their skin is beautiful too. But what I'm saying is they're darker, more burnished look. And that's fine, it's beautiful. But you can distinguish foundational Black Americans and Africans. You know what I'm saying? They could take the African, well, after we establish ours in legislation, what we're going to tell people what we're going to be called is foundational Black American, FBA, or Black American. To very least Black American, but definitely foundational Black American. I'm picking foundational Black American, but you can refer to me as a Black American, but not an African American. Let's make that clear, man. Let's make that real clear. Any reparations package that get done, it must go to only foundational Black Americans, all right? And I don't want to see any black people talking down on reparations is out of their mind. They out of pocket. They don't even got no legit reason to be talking like that. There's nothing they can say or do to make sense. You don't even make sense to the dominant society. They looking like, this nigga stupid. We'll utilize this stupid nigga here though. Yo. White people think you stupid when you talk down on your own reparations plan. They you know what they call it? It's degenerate behavior. They like to refer to degenerate behavior. So, and we can't accept that either. Um, so reparations is a must for any president that's Democratic thinking he gonna run and win. Not without our money, you're not. You might get a few little motherfuckers that still support you, but this, from like at least my age and down, you in trouble. I'm 34 years old, and I'm telling you right now, without my money, I'm not voting for a motherfucker. Because y'all motherfuckers trying to let my people die. So the only thing we got left is, I don't give a fuck if it's a Republican, but a Republican so powerless and so bent up in their racism, they fuck from the jump. So the Democrats don't even look at them as a threat when it comes to equity and equality. They don't even worry about the Republicans. So, but we're gonna make the Democrats worry about us. You know what I'm saying? Without depending on who. We're not voting Republican. We're just not gonna vote at all. And they're still gonna get ousted by the Republican voters. But we don't got time to be afraid of no Republicans, black folks. If the Democrats don't give us what we need and what's ours, fuck you mean. We're gonna come up with our own plan. We're gonna come up with our own plan. So the Democrats must think that this is gonna be the same thing where we just show up and vote for them. No sir. Fuck you. Suck a dick. You got a check to cut. If you don't cut that check, the communities that you really want to protect with our civil rights and our votes and our families' pain and suffering, these other groups, these buffer groups that you want to piggyback off our legacy and our atrocities, it won't fucking happen. Because if we don't get nothing, they gonna go down too, and that's what they gonna. This is what I want black people to understand. They're gonna pay us because they want to protect them, but without our votes, they're not guaranteed to be able to protect them people. See, black folks. So we ain't got no choice but to get our fucking money. I tell my family this every day. I'm doing my part. I go to my job. Most of the jobs I work at is fully black staff now. And I always preach this. Reparations. We ain't got no choice. This system, this capitalist system is not redeemable for black people. Hell, not even an average person that's not rich. And they don't got the system rigged against them. And they barely gonna make it through capitalism. So imagine us. So what I'm saying is this. Fuck everybody else though. This is about us. We gotta be selfish, man. We don't got time to sit down and have conversations with people that's not in the same bag as us. Black liberation, black empowerment, and reparations is the only thing that matters for us. And the Democrats are gonna understand that the further that we get closer to these elections. My advice to the Democrats is get some kind of check rolling before that national election. The Democrats better get some kind of check rolling before that national election, because I don't give a damn who in that chair. If it ain't I don't give a damn who campaigning and who in the primaries and all that shit. If there's no money cut to my community, fuck all of you. Let's make that clear. And I'm 34 years old. I'm telling you, this where the pit stops, nigga. Even the people that's older than 40, 45, they want their money. So, and our kids is influenced by what we got going on, but they respect it because it's elevation. Our young black people is about elevation. And they realize that reparations is an elevation of their people. So they're standing behind it. And they can feel it when they go to these jobs that something's wrong, something's missing. That's our wealth. Bitch ass nigga. And that's all we want. We don't want no programs. Any programs we make is going to be from us through our reparations. Let's make that clear. We don't want your education. We seen what you do with your education when it's offered to us. You done passed a lot of our kids that shouldn't have been, that you knew had complications and that you knew was going to have complications in the next grade. So you pass them on anyway. Like, just go ahead and pass the little black motherfucker. We know. We don't want your education. We'll educate our own kids because y'all don't even want to teach our history. So why the hell do you think we want y'all programs? Fuck your programs. We want our money. We'll create our own programs. Y'all scared for us to create our own. We created this foundation in America, but y'all know we could be even greater and then revamp our own community, re-energize our own community, re-motivate our own community because we got our own carpenters, we got our own lawyers, our own doctors, our own therapists. We got everything on our own. All we need is our funds, and it's a fucking wrap. Y'all know that. So, reparations is number one for the majority of the black Americans in the United States of America. You're not getting around them reparations, nigga. So you might as well get that bread ready. $5 million is the low point. Anything under $5 million, y'all got a problem. Matter of fact, if you had to cut a check in a second, the least it better be is $1 million. But if you had to cut it in a second, in 1 second, $1 million, you better do it in 60 seconds, nigga. But we want 5 million apiece. We want to run with San Francisco's model. Let's make that clear. But I think a lot of us younger people need to jump on here and make that real clear. Make them understand what we want. No immigrants get our money. No black immigrants get our money. We'll determine if they do. We'll determine if they're allies of us after we get our money. We'll deal. If they want to deal with us, they're gonna deal with us while we got our paper. But we don't want to talk to them right now. If they got something to say, they wait till that money come through. And then that way we can determine how we want to go about things with y'all. Because y'all coming to our sites and our community, our funded programs and things like that. And we get to determine if you're an ally of ours. If not, then you're going to have a problem. And so no black immigrants in our reparations package. Most definitely not. We're a contest, remember? So them same people you talking about is contest, which is a cotton picker. Now you want to profit off of the people that pick the cotton? Bitch ass nigga, don't work like that. And it ain't never gonna work like that. And if we find out that it is working like that, it's gonna be a problem again. So no immigrants. We want the 5 million payout. The $1 down for a house. The house should be free, but okay, give you $1 for the motherfucker. That way, it can entice y'all to at least you'll get $1 out of it because it should be free. But at least you know you get $1 out of it. And it's going to be a beautiful home. It better be. And last but not least, the $97,000 annually will keep us where we are making. Well, it will keep the $97,000 a year will keep us to where we are making money every year. We don't have to spend as much. And then if we do spend, we know for sure that we're going to be able to replace the funds because a lot of us are going to have investments. Some people are going to do things that, they desire to do with them. But we're going to also have people that invest in that money and connect with other black folks and come together and try to figure out how to make an empire with their money. We have a lot of blacks, a lot of intelligent, intellectual, creative-minded black people that even have their degrees and have a business now. So I don't doubt my people at all. Actually, I think a lot of people understand that we're going to be we're going to be dominant, and we could take over a lot. And we might still have some other legal claims to some of these companies that's sitting on some of this grass. So reparations, cash first. Cash first, cold cash. Direct deposit, form of a check. Y'all got our addresses because when it's time to collect taxes, y'all know where to find all of us, bitch. So y'all know where to find us. Cash payments. You can direct deposit some nigga shit, or you can just send out checks. Just make sure they're at the right address, whatever's on that postal service. That's where you should be sending it. This is not hard to do. You know exactly who are the descendants of slaves, because when the Migos was coming over here and they had to pay taxes for a while, you knew who had to pay taxes and who didn't have to pay taxes. You knew who was immigrants and who wasn't. So we're not even gonna play this game with you. Y'all bitch ass motherfuckers better get our money. So You know what I mean? Or we just gonna see what kind of crashing and burning America gonna do. But at this point, all we want is our money. We don't want no conversations. We don't want to talk. We conversate among FBA conversate amongst each other. The foundational Black Americans will conversate amongst each other once we get our money. We're conversating amongst each other now about what we need to be on code about. So, and once we get our money, we won't need nobody's help. Trust me. All we need y'all to do is turn over what you need to turn over, and we got it from there. Have we been getting help from you motherfuckers right now? We found a way to survive without our wealth, without our generational inheritance. So imagine if we get our shit. So I don't doubt my people at all. I know we're gonna become monsters, like in a good way, like monsters, like a good way. Like we're gonna become more motivated and more striking. So you know, reparations. There's some kind of, in my opinion, some kind of money got to be handed out before we do any electing. Simple. So they need to hurry up, get on the motherfucking ball, man. So, and this ain't got nothing to do with, oh, the Black Americans is far from lazy. We built everything. We uphold everything. We uphold everything. We save everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else lazy. This right here is just finally paying what was stolen and what was already worked for. That's all this is right here. I got a wonderful job right now, but once they give me my inheritance, that's what you're supposed to do: retire and build off of your inheritance. Start your own business off your inheritance, or continue running the business off of what you inherited. So, yeah, but I've been working since I got out of high school, but that ain't got shit to do with a debt that's old, bitch ass nigga. So, cut the check, and I'll probably try to cut it before any